The former governor of Bayelsa State, Timipre Sylva, the alleged sponsor of the coup plot that failed against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is on the run. It had been said that he escaped by the whiskers because he would have been arrested if they had found him. It was said that the military has invaded his residence in Abuja searching for evidence over the alleged coup. But before we go into how he was able to escape being arrested and then dwell more on the issue of this controversial coup, because it is controversial because while media organizations like Sahara Reporters, Premium Time, Daily Trust have shown what they considered sources that indicated that there was a coup, the government is still doubling down, not admitting that there was a coup, and the defense headquarters, even before the sack of the service chiefs, maintained that there was no coup and that it was just disciplinary measures that are being taken against the detained officers. However, things are unfolding fast. But we're going to talk about this when we come back, because there is another development in this matter that we have to go and listen to Professor Yusuf Usman, who was the former Executive Secretary of National Health Insurance Commission. We're going to listen to him, where he raised concern that majority of those who are arrested are Muslims and Northerners, and that this is raising a lot of concern.
Arrested. They have families. The country is on tenterhook. There's going to be a coup. That's what they are saying. The military is saying discipline, oh, it's saying this, and then they're putting the picture of the National Security Advisor. National Security Advisor, how many soldiers do they have? And what are they going to do? What capacities do they have? Is somebody just playing mischief with the National Security Advisor, power play, and saying it's from your office this happened? Come on, this is not a joke. The military is not handling this properly, and we are seeing lists, I don't know if you saw it, on social media. List of soldiers, of officers, you
don't seem too worried about the possibility of misinformation, because a good percentage of the information on social media is from the misinformation loop.
Okay, look, then what is the military telling us? What is the military telling us? Oh, they said, oh, it is disciplinary issue, oh, it is this, oh, it is this, oh. And then they keep quiet. We've seen how coups were managed.
I mean, given that all past military coups against civilian administrations were somewhat successful, wouldn't you say that what we're being told right now, that on face value, Nigerians should take it, what the defense headquarters is saying, what the federal government is saying, to double down on this?
No, federal government is saying nothing. The military is telling us that, oh, don't worry, Nigerians, just go ahead. These officers are for disciplinary issues. So we should go to bed.
But in the past, the leadership of the military have also re-echoed and restated their support for Nigeria's democracy.
Yeah, that is the politics. That is what you should be miming. What I'm saying is that, does that reassure Nigerians? I'm saying this is not mature, this is immature, this is not reassuring to Nigerians, and neither is it doing well to the families of these officers. They have families. They are there sitting. If it is disciplinary or something, they are painting them with coup. They are saying, a former governor, oh, the son of this, oh, the son of, for goodness sake. If you have a family member, is that the way you want to hear the news?
What would it take to convince you, Prof, that there was no coup plan?
No, the military should come and talk to us.
I mean, they would say they have said enough.
They haven't said enough. We are not, and the government. What has the government said? This is a government, they say they are going to do coup against you. The government, come talk to Nigerians. We voted you in. This democracy is our democracy. It's not the militaries. Let me finish. It's not the militaries or Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Come reassure Nigerians. What's happening? What's happening? The way they are managing the information, it is not reassuring. And if it is not cool, they are not doing justice to these officers. If they are allowing their name to be tainted and lists circulated, and people are looking at that list, you say, oh, disciplinary issues and all that, out of 10, none of them are Northerners, 8 are Muslim. The people start taking this and twisting this because there is no leadership that is taking the narrative. It is social media that's taking the narrative of the story. This is serious. This is not a joke. Our democracy has been hard fought. Many have died. And we've always said that the risk to our democracy is not the military, but the irresponsibility of our leadership that have refused to do for their people what they are supposed to do.
Do you worry that this could be inevitable?
What?
A military coup?
No, no.
Given what's been happening across the globe.
Look, what we are saying, who will defend our democracy? It is us. How do we do that? By making those our leaders to do what is right. The military doesn't jump just from the sky in an abstract. Our democracy, we fought for it 26 years. People have died. Many people have died. So if anybody thinks he can come and do this, or the military is being blasé about this, the military, you need to come and reassure the nation what is happening. What is happening? The government, on whose behalf the military is doing all of this, should come and Mr. President, come and talk to us.
So it's not enough. It's not enough that the Minister of Information has over and over again.
No. It's not enough. He doesn't know anything. He probably reads from social media. This is not a joke.
You don't value anything that comes from the government.
No. Look, there is no trust. Go to the market.
That was Professor Yusuf Usman, former Executive Secretary of National Health Insurance Scheme, or NHIS, raising concern about the fact that majority of the officers that were detained for the alleged coup were Muslims and Northerners, and that some people are reading religious and ethnic meaning to it on social media. Now, but before we go into discussing the points that the professor raised, let us also, first of all, talk about the former governor of Bayelsa State, Timipre Sylva, who was also former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources under President Muhammad Buhari. Now, he was alleged to have been the financier of that coup, and that a huge amount of money was allegedly deposited in his account to facilitate the coup by managing director of a federal government agency who is also from South Nigeria, like Timipre Sylva. Okay, it is interesting to note that Timipre Sylva and the alleged MD who put huge amounts of money in his account, they are from South. But many of the officers that have been detained are said to be Northerners and Muslims. Okay, now, how did Timipre Sylva escape? Timipre Sylva, it was alleged, was outside the country when he was said to have been part of the coup plot, and that he was planning to come back to the country when he got wind of the information that the alleged coup plotters have been rounded up by the National the Defense Intelligence Agency. Okay, that the coup has failed. It couldn't take place at all. Okay, it fell from the because the intelligence people were able to uncover it. So what he did was to stay back. So when the military investigators, who are said to be searching for evidence of his involvement in the coup, raided his house in Abuja, they were said that he was nowhere to be found. But they arrested his brother, whose name is Paga, who is said to be his personal assistant or special assistant or whatever. So right now, he is on the run. But they have his brother, and it's like they also have the managing director of a federal government agency that is from South Nigeria. Okay? So this is getting very interesting. Why is it getting very interesting? This is because this thing is playing out just as was revealed by Sahara reporters. Remember, if you have followed these stories, Sahara reporters broke this coup story on the 18th of October, saying that there was a coup plot against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that ought to have taken place on October 1. Okay? But it was on the 18th that Sahara Reporters broke the story. Now, after Sahara Reporters broke that story, it was denied by the defense headquarters. It was denied by the Tinubu administration through the Minister of Information. Okay? But instead of giving up, Sahara Reporters doubled down and even brought more details. That was when it was revealed that majority of the officers to execute the coup, that they are from the north, and that they have been arrested, about 16 of them or thereabout at that time. And one of the things that was revealed in that report by Sahara Reporters, you may have to go and read it again, was that a certain former governor from southern Nigeria is under watch. Okay, so you can see that by the reported raid of a former southern governor's house, it is pointing to the direction that the Sahara Reporters was pointing at in their report, doubling down, insisting that there was an alleged coup plot. Okay, because if you look at this, what is going on, and this issue of coup or no coup has also consumed the service chiefs. Only two of them were retained. One was elevated, the other one retained his position. The rest were sacked. Okay, so, and that was why in the video of Professor Yusuf Usman you watched, Professor Usman is not happy that the government is not being very clear about what happened. Was it a coup? Was it a phantom coup, or was there no coup? Now, the professor is talking about that family members are worried of the detained officers. They are worried that they are being tagged as coup plotters, but the government is not talking. And you can see that even when the Trust interview reporter asked him that, but the government has denied the coup through the Minister of Information. He said, what does Minister of Information know? He could have even gotten his information from the social media, that the president need to talk to the country about this coup, that this is a serious matter, that don't have to, it don't need to be delayed. I don't need to be people to be having ideas on what actually happened. There need to be clarity. There need to be clear statement from the government to indicate whether there was coup or no coup. Because you can see that while the government is saying there was no coup, those who are saying that there was coup, they were insisting that from the sources they have, which they claim that most of those guys, they came from the Office of National Security Advisor and all that. And till date, we are yet to hear any statement from the Office of the National Security Advisor directly about these officers alleged to have come from from that office. Okay, so this brings a lot of innuendo, suspicions on what is really going on. But amidst all of that, even with the denial that the sack of the service chiefs was not linked to any coup, the raid of Timipre Sylva's home has again brought to the fore some of the points that was earlier dismissed by the former service chiefs when they were there, that what these people were facing were just mere disciplinary charges, because they were protesting. These people are protesting that they were not being promoted, that the promotion had passed them by, and that they are protesting that they have not been able to pass the exam for promotion, things like that. That's what they are saying. But then, what has Timipre Sylva, former governor of Bayelsa State, former Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, what has he got to do with military officers who were, accused of disciplinary failures? What has that got to do with the Bayelsa governor? He's not a military officer. He is not. What is his business that his home is being was raided? Okay, and it is now all over the media, indicating that indeed there's a lot of concern, confusion about the coup or no coup. But if you look at the newspapers that have carried it, the doubling down they are doing in insisting that the sources they have are reliable. And then you look at some of the things they say playing out. The things they say playing out. Just before, all you have to do is just look at the first report of the October 18 of Sahara Reporters and their subsequent outing, and then look at Premium Times, go and read the Daily Trust. You will see that there is a pattern of those who believe strongly that there must be something that really happened, and that thing could be alleged coup plot against the president. But the problem, which Professor Yusuf Usman is worried about, is talking about, is that the democracy of Nigeria is a serious business. That if there is a threat against it, it's not a tea party. It is not something that government could just allow it to go away. Because apparently it's not going away, even with the sacking of the service chiefs. A few days after the service chiefs were sacked, then Timipre Sylva's home was raided. We now know that there was a financier of the coup. They are alleging is somebody who is heading a federal agency and a former governor. That's allegation. And this is not new in Nigeria, that civilians are accused of allegedly sponsoring coup or financing coup. But we have to wait until we hear from Timipre Sylva. Good enough for him. He is not in the country. So wherever he is right now, wherever he is, whether he is going to seek a political asylum in that country or whatever, Nigerians will be waiting eagerly to hear his own side of the story. Okay? Don't forget, he's also a member of the APC. He is a member of the All Progressive Congress of the ruling party. He's a member of the ruling party. Let that sink in also. But we know that he's not in sync with this administration, unlike the Buhari administration that appointed him a Minister of State for Petroleum. Don't forget that he was not helped by Tinubu when he contested for governor of Bayelsa State. You know that the Bayelsa election, when it was held, I think that was an off-season election. When that election was held, he didn't get support from the APC. In fact, it was believed that the then governor, this same governor, Governor Diri, the one that is said to be planning to defect to APC, sort of reach a deal with the APC so that they will help him in the election. And there was a video where shortly after he won the election, he went to thank the president for ensuring the conduct of free and fair election. But that same election was challenged by Timipre Sylva. Okay? And Timipre Sylva, since that time, After he lost from the Supreme Court, we have not been hearing much about him. But is that enough to believe that he could finance a coup? We'll have to wait and see when we hear from him. But don't forget also, as I say, this is not new in Nigeria that a civilian could be alleged to have financed a coup, okay, or to support a coup. Don't forget, even Awolowo, Chief Obafemi Awolowo was convicted for treason and things that has to do with all these kind of stories. And even Chief MKO Abiola, the winner of the 1993 presidential election, he was also accused in the past, before he contested for president, that he was one of the rich people that used to sponsor coups in Nigeria, sponsor coup by financing military officers to take over government. All these things are not new in Nigeria. But why this is concerning to many Nigerians and people are waiting for clarity is because the government itself is admitting that there was no coup. But the actions that are happening points to the direction of those who said through their investigation that there was a coup attempt. I don't know where you stand on this matter. Do you think that what is unfolding is an indication that there was a coup? Or do you think that the solution to all these issues of coup or no coup, even as a former governor is now on the run, that only the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria could clarify this by addressing the nation, like Professor Yusuf Usman is advocating? But whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.